On this episode of American Detour, I'm living in Wisconsin, and I have 1 week before I start my new job. So in that 1 week, we're gonna turn this regular old lawnmower that hardly runs into a slam drifting lawnmower. Before I even get too deep into this, I just need to make this thing actually roll and move around. Right now, these tires, I think the bead's just dirtier than shit, and it won't actually seal very good. So I need to get in here and clean the bead up. Let's see how easily these break down. Oh, God. Calm down there, bud. Jesus. Last time somebody was on their knees going this hard at something this dirty, they were wearing a blue dress. Their name rhymed with Wanaka Wawinski. The plan right now is I want to get this thing stripped all the way down the frame so that way we can just get the suspension exactly where we want it. Then after that, we'll work around putting a seat in and getting the steering working and everything. So engine out, everything. We're gonna do an engine swap on this most likely, and then just start building it all the way back up. Well, it's a new day. Yesterday we got the engine off here. Didn't realize that the oil pan and engine were like separately mounted. But after bringing it down, it seems like this is gonna be a lot easier to bring it down, just a smidgens. I need to take this all apart, all of this apart, and I need to see how far we can drop the rear end and how I'm gonna be able to drop the seat also at the same time. So we're gonna have to see how we're gonna do that. I don't really know yet. Sick. 1 day's worth of teardowns. Got this tractor completely torn all the way down to the frame. And honestly, this is gonna be really easy to slam. Odie, can you please move? Odie, don't go after that bunny. Odie, get over here. That bunny's not for you. Don't you go after that bunny. Don't go after that bunny. We're gonna split the rear end off of the frame. We're gonna take the mount for the rear end, flip it, bring it up, so that way the frame is gonna sit way lower. The rear end will be where it is, unless I were to change the tire size. Welcome to the next day. I'm on Rebel number 4 right now, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I could CNC piss a 1/4 inch sheet of steel right now. So last night, we cut this piece off of the frame. I didn't get that on camera. The camera died. I was too drunk to know what to do. So the frame was welded to the top of this bracket, but now that we took the bracket off, flipped it over so that we still get all the clutch and brake controls that we had before, and we're gonna weld it on the bottom. This used to wrap around the sides of this angle iron. We're gonna weld it on the tops of this angle iron. Since the front end's not done yet, I can't really show you like how low it's gonna be, but I can show you with the fender about how low it's gonna be. It'll be somewhere around there, which is fucking sick. Oh, if you're not privy to it by now, I have like no materials here, and I'm reusing everything in this mower, but I don't have enough metal to make a good mount for the front end. But I have one piece of steel in the bed of my truck to make a decent enough mount. This should work. Well, we've got steering now. I had to weld on a little extension bracket off the steering shaft, doodle-bop, because our steering has moved back some, and the geometry is a lot different than it was before. And instead of cutting and adding length to the tie rod arms, we just added length to where they're mounted. Next thing we gotta do is I gotta go through and I gotta cut the rear fender here so that I can at least put the seat down in on top of the axle, directly on top of it. But the wheel wells will like be tucking some tires. So we've gotten pretty damn far along until, I mean, we got to this point, got the center console in, the seat is on its way, we're getting there. Oh, but here lies the issue. Got the steering in and everything. Look at the correlation between the front tires and the steering wheel. This isn't fucking Lightning McQueen here. We're not going right to go left. Let's get back into it, but whatever. Break down the steering issue, really all I had to do was flip around the steering pinion the other direction. But other than that, that is now fixed. I just need to hook up an actual steering wheel to this thing, but that's done. All right, over the past few nights, I have gotten the hood trimmed up. We've moved down our brackets for the hood latches, and then I made new brackets for the front that will allow the nose and the hood to all bolt in, and it sits on there decently. I got our running boards all cut out so that they like perfectly fit over the tires there. Next thing you would think we would do is put the engine in it. Not yet. I want to get this thing painted first. The engine fits, already tested it. Got our clutch setup done. Our gas pedal, I'll fuck with that later. But I want to get it painted. Got some self-etching shit, some sandable shit, and we're gonna burn all the paint off this with a flap disc and then dump on some self-etching and then high build, so that way you don't see all the scratches I did, because it looks terrible. It will look terrible. I don't know. I know that I spray painted this tractor when I was like 10 or 11, and that spray paint I use is just soft as hell, and it is not one to come off of here. I shouldn't even started doing this, honestly. We'll try a gas rag. It's picking up paint, but I need a true believer in disguise. If I'm loving you wrong, short-changing and receiving, girl, you best believe me behind. As you saw with the hood, I kind of gave it a run. The paint is, it's all right. So I'm gonna put a little bit less hardener in this time and see if it'll smooth out a little bit better. This is gonna be even harder to paint. That's just a flat surface. This one's gonna be a bitch if I have to resand this one out. Paint I'm using is a single stage acrylic urethane from Summit Racing. Pretty good stuff, I've used it before. Comes with the hardener and everything, and then reducer, I'm just using lacquer thinner. This is like the step down from the Black Widow from Harbor Freight. It is the Spectrum gun. It sprays fine. So anyway, I'm gonna mix it up here real quick, and then we're gonna try our hand at shooting it again. I still got like a half cup left there. I'm just gonna do like a half pour, I think. Let's give her a go. Oh, we got the painting all finished up. Well, I guess technically we didn't get all finished up. We're on to the next part here. And I want to build fenders that fit around this tire perfectly, because the fenders that come on the Toro Wheelhorse are squared off. Like a trailer fender or something from like Farm and Fleet or TSC or Roll King is about $60 fucking for one. I got a singular sheet of galvanized steel here, and then I bought a shrinker and stretcher. We're gonna build a set with tools included, cheaper than it would be to buy a fender from Roll King. But we're gonna give it a go. At the end of the day, it's cheaper, and if it doesn't look amazing, well, that's fine, we still saved a bunch of money. If you're wondering where we're at right now, we're actually in my basement because It's about the only area I really have any kind of solid workstation to work. So I've already got this all measured out. So it's a lot wider, but that's because I want to have bent overhang on the edges, about an inch of overhang. And we're just gonna bend this thing over the edge of the table. I don't have a bender or anything, so we're just gonna beat it over the edge of the table here. I think this will work if I just shrink these edges that I bent over. I think that will work, but honestly, I don't really 100% know. Just got finished with it. The only thing I'm not happy with is I wish I would have put a crown in it before I started, because now I probably can't do that. If I had the tools or the knowledge, I probably could, but I'm still very happy with it. This is how it's gonna sit on the tractor. It's gonna be offset forward, like so. Now, worst part is I gotta make another one, just like that. I was thinking a little bit ago, having this down in the basement, this little area down here would be pretty sick for like a mini bike shop, or like bring in, like I want to get into motorcycle stuff. It'd be sick to bring, you know, pull the engines off and then bring the engines down here, and then bring the frames down eventually, you know, and just work on them down here. That way I'm around the family and it's nice and cool down here and whatnot. Just couldn't do no welding down here. Oh, I mean, I guess I kind of could. Probably shouldn't. I know it's been a long time coming. I've been working like freaking crazy hours to get this done. We're not quite done, but we're close. Next episode, we've got finish our painting. I ran out of paint, and then just hook up our drive line, meaning the belt to the rear, change a pulley out, play with some pulleys, and then this thing's finished, and then we can take this thing out and see how she does off-road or whatever the hell we're gonna do with it. I wanna take it to the drag strip. If we can get it to go fast enough, I'd love to take it to the drag strip, see what it does. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. The next video will be coming out soon. I've already got the paint on the way and everything. If you wanna go back and watch all the previous videos here of the off-road lawnmower, please do so. They're great and they're really fun. And all of our other videos, there's playlist along with it, everything. Appreciate you all very much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a good one.